All right, we're gonna try something a little different. We got still got that scattered grass. Most of it's in 3 to 4 foot. It's really clear, sun's out. Um, I have been catching some on the urchin bait and the chatterbait, but not really. I feel like I should be catching more fish. I feel like there's more in here. So I'm gonna take a fluke, and to speed it up a little bit, I just put a little 16th belly weight on the bottom of it. Just to give it a little bit of weight so I can work it just a little faster. And if I wanted to fish some of the deeper stuff, I can just let it sink a little, sink a little faster. I'm gonna work it down through here. See if I can't figure something out. Like I said, I feel like I should be getting more bites. It is hot. I mean, it's July, so you know, sun's out. The water temperature is 90 degrees. Well, it's 88.7 right here, but it's 90 degrees on the other side over there. So it's definitely warm, but they still should be in here. I mean, this grass gives them some shade. Um, Maybe I just need to slow it down some. So this is sort of how I'd break it down if I was practicing for a tournament or just fun fishing. I'd come out here and try something for a little bit. And if I'm getting some bites, maybe switch it around. See if I can't find something that gets a little more bites. You've got to balance between covering water and fishing efficient. You know, being efficient with a chatterbait or a moving bait isn't the same thing as being efficient with a fluke or a worm. Yeah. With a fluke and a worm, you're covering a whole lot less water. You're picking stuff apart more. With a moving bait, chatterbait, spinnerbait, anything like that, you're hitting the high percentage areas, and you just keep moving. Like I said, I've caught some fish on some moving baits, so I know that there's fish in some of this grass, not all this grass, and maybe I should go back to where I was catching them with the other things. But if I was looking to practice for a tournament, I want to see as much water as possible. So maybe if this was my first day, I would just keep moving. If I had another day or two of practice. If this was my only day of practice, I would probably go back and pick those places apart with a fluke or a worm just to see if there's more there. Maybe the only fish I caught were the only fish there. It's they they bit kind of aggressively, so it wasn't like you know they didn't hit a moving bait. I could have fished that whole area with a worm or a fluke or something slow, a jig, and still only caught the same couple of fish. Just because you slow down doesn't mean you're going to catch more. But you got to keep them honest also. You don't know until you try. I might have to go back to hit shade lines. I'm sort of in the sun right here, but there are some shade lines left. The sun hadn't got too high yet. Man, that tree don't want to let go. All right. Not a bad little fish. Bossy little guy. I turned my Fluke inside out. It's kind of weird. This is the backwater baits Fluke. Um, they're a local company out of Dayton, Tennessee. It's a really soft bait. All his baits are real soft. He gives them a lot of action. I'm rigging this with a screw lock nose. That way it doesn't pull loose like I hung in that tree earlier. It didn't mess up the nose. The fish did, but the tree did not. Even though it's got a little slot for to keep it kind of weedless, I'll always tuck the hook point back in just a little bit. It makes several different plastic baits. He does some custom painting on some hard baits. I really like them. They, like I said, they're really soft. He's got a Cinco style bait called the chick stick that I use a lot. Then he's got a swim worm also that I use a bunch. I love throwing the swim worm, especially around this grass. Give him a follow. And if you don't mind, also giving me a follow, a like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate it. It really helps me grow my channel.